Hi, pipe smokers. This is Paul the Pipe Guy, and it's time for Two for Tuesday. It's August 3rd, 2021, and we have a couple of good tobaccos here. One I did a review on before that I said the jury is still out on it. We're going to revisit that tobacco. The other one is a blend that I haven't opened up yet, and we are going to do a review on that. And boy, have I got some stories to tell you. So grab your pipe, your favorite blend. Let's sit down for a bit and have a smoke together. Paul the Pipe Guy has his favorite adult beverage, Busch Beer. So we just opened this up. Ah, yes. Two for Tuesday. So, the first pipe that we're going to do, we're going to do the tobacco review, and then we're going to do the second one and re-review it. And for that, we have this beautiful pipe. It's a tankard style pipe. It's 6 inches long. The bowl is about 1.25 inches wide, maybe slightly smaller. It's in absolute pristine condition. Has very little tooth chatter on the stem. And I do not use a filter in this. Okay, it's just like that. So, and I love this pipe. I have 3 tankard style pipes. So this one actually is, it's called the Everyman London Pipe. And the bowl number is 588. It says made in England by Camoys. So, very good draw. Starting to get some good carbon buildup in her. So, in that we're going to try our Cornell and Diehl Redburn. Yeah. Cornell and Diehl hasn't yet let me down yet. And so this one is Burley Crumble Cake. Hand blended in small batches, and it was canned on April 22nd, 2021. And let's hear what Cornell and Diehl has to say about it. Beginning with healthy portions of white and dark burley, blended with red and bright Virginia leaf, Redburn then incorporates a touch of spicy dark-fired Kentucky, topping it with the flavors of dark rum and molasses, and pressing it into an old-fashioned crumble cake. Cornell and Diehl. Yeah, so let's open it up. I can't wait. Yes. But what I really can't wait for is what I'm going to share with you. And it isn't anything I have on the table here. So let's look at our crumble cake. Yes. Again, it's called Redburn. And there we are. There you have it. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, you can definitely smell the burleys and molasses. It reminds me of a time that we used to rent this warehouse space, very small, like 700 square feet. And the building had to have been well over 100 years old. And there was a big pile about that thick it looked like asphalt. It was probably about 4 foot wide, like just this big round circle of it. And I asked my dad, I said, "What's that?" And he said, it's molasses and feed. They used to apparently mix molasses in with the feed to feed horses. And apparently this used to be an old Agway store. So they had left one of the bags sit there, broke open or whatever, but You'd walk in. That's what I'm smelling right now. Burley and molasses. I can smell the Virginias. Oh, this sounds marvelous. I can't wait to try it. So, let's do this. Let's get our handy dandy knife out. Yes, our Made in the USA charade. This should be quick. Wow, this thing is big. Big and thick. So I'm going to cut some off of here. Ooh, maybe a little thick. Some people break it off. I like to cut it off because I like to keep my square crumble cake square, and I probably cut off enough for 10 tobacco pipes, 10 bowlfuls. Oh yeah, she rubs out real good. Uncrumbles very nicely. Wow, now I got a huge pile in front of me. Woo-wee. Yeah, so we're gonna... Wow. We're gonna take some of that and load our Made in London by Camoys, the Everyman. I'm going to load this right up because I really think I'm going to enjoy this. Wow, I got a lot of extra. I hope I can fit this back in the tin. If not, I'm going to have to use one of my 4-ounce mason jars here. You know? Ah, yes. Tamp that down nice. Perfect. Now, to get the rest of this crumble cake, I'm going to pause the video while I clean up a little bit. We'll be right back. All right, and so we're back. So I only cut a 1/4 inch off of that. And then, excuse me. And then it rubbed out so huge, I could barely fit the crumble cake and the excess that wouldn't fit in this bowl in there. So, let's read once again what it has in it. It's Redburn Burley Crumble Cake by Cornell and Deal. Beginning with healthy portions of white and dark burley blended with red and bright Virginia leaf. Redburn then incorporates a touch of spicy, dark-fired Kentucky, topping it with the flavors of dark rum and molasses and pressing it into an old-fashioned crumble cake. I could definitely smell the molasses. The rum, not so much, but... Definitely a burley lover's dream. I can taste the burley. And I can taste a little note of molasses. The rum hasn't kicked in yet. Definitely a bold blend. Not really tasting the rum too much, just slightly, ever so slightly. My apple aromatic with Latakia and rum Actually, it was just apple aromatic. I added pure Latakia and pure rum is doing well. That should be interesting in like 41 days. And then we have our Scotty's Butternut Burley still here with rum, soaking in rum. Shaking that up. Ah, yeah. All right. I think anyone who likes Burley would enjoy this blend because it has two different types of Burley in it. It's a good smoke, but I'm just not a huge Burley fan. Although I do like any pipe tobacco. I mean, I have Burley blends that I love. I mean, Scotty's Butternut Burley is unbelievable. But that has vanilla and stuff in it. Mm-hmm. A very light note of the molasses. You can barely taste the rum in it, but it's good. It's still really good. All right, so let's set this down and let this rest. So that is Redburn by Cornell and Diehl. So I did a tobacco review on Cornell and Diehl's After Hours Flake. And I really didn't know what to make of it. So I said, the jury is still out on it. We'll try it again another time, and I didn't cast any judgment on it. It definitely smells like Burley's. What does it have in it again? A night out wasn't complete without a trip to the private club for Cuba Libre, for a Cuba Libre or two. Round out your evening or any other time of day with this Virginia Flake, sweetened with the caramel and exotic spiced elixir of the island's dark rum. But it does smell like Burley to me. Maybe not so much anymore. The tin's been open, so, you know. So the pipe I chose for that would be this. It's a KBB Yellow Bowl. And it says, cured with real honey. It does not have a bowl number on it, but it's about 5 3/4 inches long. The bowl is probably a little larger than 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Great briar. Now, if this was just a regular push-in stem and it said Yellow Bowl, cured with real honey, this would be pre-1925. But it has a stinger type of system. It has a spoon or shovel stinger type of system, which dates it to the 1930s. Still a great pipe. Any pipe that has this sort of aluminum or aluminium stinger system, your draw is going to be decreased by 20 to 25%. That's why so many of the old guys just cut them off. So we're going to revisit our Cornell and Diehl After Hours in this pipe. I'm not going to load a lot. Just going to rub a little out here. Yeah, a little turns into a lot, let me tell you. So, the story that I was so excited to share. Every year I go in, because I'm in my 50s, I'll be 57, so that would be considered late 50s. And I get blood work done. They check my cholesterol, they check my liver function. So far it's been good. And they check what's called a PSA, which for men in their 50s, they are at risk for prostate cancer. If you catch it quick enough, they can implant little radioactive seeds and kill the cancer, hopefully, to avoid having your prostate taken out, because if they take your prostate out, your sexual life is over. It just won't work. And you will never be able to do what younger men do. You just won't. So, I happen to like mine, so I go in and get it checked every single year, and so far, thank the Lord, it's been good. A buddy of mine at work had a bad scare. A normal PSA level for your prostate, they check it in your blood work, is under 4. When it gets above 4, they start to just kind of watch it. He gets his checked every year, and his was 6.7, which is pretty high. So we had to go in, and they bend you over and go up into where the sun don't shine, and they shove 12 different needles up there into your prostate and take a biopsy. And he did have a lump on his prostate. He was all worried, but thank the good Lord, the news came back today that he does not have prostate cancer. He's my age, he's 56. And it was just some sort of lump from a cyst or something. So they'll just keep an eye on it every year. So, in our yellow bowl, we're going to revisit Cornell and Deal's After Hours Flake. Let me read real quick the ingredients, and I'll get right to the point with this one. Virginia Flake, sweetened with the caramel and exotic spice elixir of the island's dark rum. I did not taste that the last time. But then again, this has been in the jar since 6/18 of 20. So sometimes if you have something that's been canned, it has no oxygen to get to it. It may taste a little different than when you first open it up. So I wanted to give this a chance. It's, like I said, it's by Cornell and Deal. Ah, yes, much better. Much better than what I remembered. What I tasted last time was not impressed with, but oh, this time I can taste the Virginias. Oh yeah. I can definitely taste the dark rum. I don't know, maybe lack of oxygen gives this stuff a different taste when you first open it up. Very good. I wanted to give Cornell and Deal a shot. And I have seen YouTube videos that if any type of tobacco is vacuum sealed with no oxygen, it won't mature. It won't age. And I had one blend I actually opened up, and it smelled literally like dirty diapers. It was in a tin like this. Put the cap back on, didn't even smoke it. Waited a week or two, smoked it. It didn't have the dirty diaper smell anymore, and it tasted great. Oh, yeah. Great blend. The Virginias are smooth. Ah, yes. Cornell and Deal, you've done it once again. 2 thumbs up. Glad I gave you a second chance there. After Hours Flake. So, today, I went to my doctor's office, and there's a nurse there. And she and I have become friends. I've never seen her outside of the office or anything like that. She's married. She's 39 years old, and her husband is 76. So she married him when she was 19, and he was my age, 56. And I asked her, I says, why? What prompted you to do that? She's like, I was just naive, and I liked the guy. He was younger and healthy. Now his health is totally deteriorated. He can't get around at all. He uses a walker. Went in for a heart procedure, and he wasn't healthy enough to do open heart surgery, so they had to basically go up through his leg and repair the valve in his heart. Now he's starting to get around a little bit better, but doesn't leave the house. So she had mentioned to me a few times before that he's been an avid pipe collector for over 50 years. Pipe collector and pipe smoker. And she says, I want to give you his pipes. And I was like, no, you can't take the guy's pipes away, if he's still smoking them and so forth. She's like, he doesn't need them. And I was like, look, just let it be. When he's ready, he's ready. Well, after the surgery, actually I sent his wife a couple of photographs of some of the different pipe racks that I have full of pipes and some of the different tobaccos, and she showed her husband, and he's like, I'm all done smoking a pipe. He says, I had this heart surgery. I'm just all done. He can have them all. And I guess he has hundreds of them, I guess. And she's like, a lot of them he paid way over $200 a piece for. I was like, well, can't I give you any money for them? She's like, nope, you can have all the pipes and all the tobacco. He'll order a tin of tobacco, smoke it once, put it away, and then buy a different tin of something else. So apparently I have a landslide that I'm being gifted of a lot of expensive pipes and a lot of tobacco. We'll do a video on that when that happens. So he's gathering everything up and putting it aside. And I told her, I says, look, whatever you do not put them in your car and leave them in there and then come meet me at Walmart parking lot after they've been sitting in a hot car. I says, because that stem that's curved will straighten right out. She's like, oh no, I know way better than that. She says, I've been married to him for 20 years. She says, he's left some of them in his car and the stems melt. I says, yeah. She's like, no, I won't do that. I'll have the car cooled down and meet you in the parking lot at Walmart, and you can have them. And I says, I have to give you something for them. She's like, no. He wants you to have them. I says, okay. Well, tell them thank you. They're going to a good home. But what I am going to do I mean, she does take care of this guy. She's a nurse at my doctor's office, then has to go home and make dinner every night. I'm going to get him a $50 gift certificate for there's a nice diner that is right around the corner from where they live. So if she's having a rough, bad day or whatever, she can use that gift certificate and get them both a nice dinner a couple of different times and not have to worry about working all day and then going home and taking care of him and cooking for him. So it's the least I could do. So I'm pretty stoked about that. It'll be interesting to see what this treasure trove of pipes and tobacco brings in. So we're going to go back to our Redburn here and our Everyman pipe. But first of all, we must what? Clear the palate. And my first Busch beer is gone. So, cheers to Busch number 2. I can't wait to get these pipes and tobacco from this guy. Redbird. Very good. Can you imagine what his collection must be like? And she told me, oh yeah, he spent well over $200 on some of these pipes. And she says he buys them all the time. Can you imagine the collection of over 50 years? What this guy must have in pipes and tobacco? When I get all this stuff, I'm going to have to do a video on it. And just go through them one by one by one by one. So sorry we're about a half hour late for getting 2 for Tuesday going. I did have that doctor's appointment. They made me wait forever. So when I go to get blood work done, they're going to check my kidneys, my cholesterol, my liver. Then I got to get a chest x-ray because I do still smoke cigarettes, although I only smoke a pack a day instead of 2 packs a day because I smoke a pipe now. But I don't inhale the pipe. So last time I had a chest x-ray was 2 years ago, and it came back negative for COPD and all emphysema and all that stuff. The x-ray came back really good. Believe it or not. Hopefully that's still the case. I'm sure it is. Yes. My sugar levels have always been good. Diabetes does run in my family, but I think the highest my blood work ever came back was 119 was the sugar level. But I had a sore throat, so I was eating like cough drops all morning before I went to get the blood work done, so that might have had something to do with it. I don't know. I'm just stoked about this collection of pipes being bestowed upon me for free. And I'm not one of those guys that is a free type of guy. I mean, I offered her money for them. And she said, no, he doesn't want anything. He knows they're going to a good home. Ah, yes. Redburn, very good by Cornell and Dale. we only have one last pipe tobacco to review. And then I've done all 7 of them that came in. Well, we just rounded 30 minutes. So I'm going to enjoy both these blends and a couple more Busch beers. I appreciate all you subscribers, every one of you, and thank you also for the ones that are new subscribers. I appreciate you guys too. Spread the word about Paul the Pipe Guy. You can find me on YouTube under Paul Gilson, Gilson. And subscribe to my channel if you like it. Give me the thumbs up. I know there's one guy or girl that always gives every video the thumbs down. I really don't care about that. You guys, every one of you have noticed it. It just is what it is. So, anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York. Thanks for tuning in for 2 for Tuesday. Yeah. Happy pipe smoking. Pipe smokers, over and out.